Welcome back to Mothman 1966. We are back with Chapter 8. We're keeping it strong. We're going. We're having fun. There's a lot of weirdness last time, but let's see if it keeps up weird or if it doesn't. That's it. But right now it's Holt, Lou, and Victoria, and we're surrounded in the gas station by a multitude of moth creatures. It is insane. So, let's keep going. They called him the Javaru of the Hills. Who? The moth people? What he did lacked a rich... What? What he did lacked a ritual component. Yeah, that's English. It had nothing to do with the taxidermy business, but even less with mummification. What are we talking about? His shrunken animal heads were art, sold as collector's pieces. One afternoon, Liam, his only nephew, stole a bear head. The head had been emptied of viscera and was floating in a solution his uncle had used in the early stages of miniaturization process. So they were... This dude was shrinking heads, but they were like animal heads. So it's like a normal shrunken head mummification thing, but just animals. Liam lifted the head out of the bucket, wiped it dry, and put it on, like a helmet. He stripped naked, left the house, and ran into the village. What is wrong with this kid? Liam entered the church in the middle of mass, screaming at the top of his lungs, waving his arms up and down as if he were clawing. One of the congregation members pulled out a gun and shot him. He was clearly a kid, though. He was just wearing a mask. He was completely naked. So his human body was super shown. No excuses. You remember the sheer terror you felt when you saw the bear man running towards the altar. This is worse. That is the weirdest freaking memory to have. Also, what are we looking at? It is Invasion of the Furries. We are getting invaded by human, more anthropomorphic like a Bebop from TMNT, the Wolfman, Deer Man, Giraffe Man? Mothman. Oh my gosh. The anthropomorphic series is... We just wandered in the middle of a furry fest and they're just killing us. That's why.
Ugh. Worse? Worse than what?
Change the topic. This is the point where in a natural conversation you realize you're thinking out loud and you're like, it's not important. It's a stupid thing from the past. I've done that a million times. You don't feel like retelling something you already went over in your head. Something that it was a surprise to us. So it's gonna be weird to him. It's gonna be weirder to him. What about you, Lou? Oh, right, he's actually speaking. I guess you heard some things, right? Gotta keep it authentic. My voiceovers are pristine. Thank you very much. Lou adjusts his glasses. Gosh dang, I am getting emails at the wazoo.
Lou Refill Hill. They made fun of me because I kept going to 7-Eleven and refilling my Slurpee. They said it was a free refill cup, so I just kept refilling until they started making fun of me in order to make me stop because I was draining all of their stock. I was a menace. I'm a criminal. I deserve to be locked up for that.
Just making it the worst villain backstory.
You think I don't know what they called me in town? It may be true that some people make up stuff to get a beer, but imaginations have limits, and in the long run we tend to rely on real experiences when telling a story. Mothmen.
So wait, they were calling you... Oh, right, because they would buy you a beer to tell weird stories and stuff, and they'd call you Refill Hill because you'd just be like wanting to tell people stories. There was something about that when we first introduced him or something.
It's somehow related to the Leonids and the gathering of all these creatures.
So it's not just Mothmen. It legitimately is a bunch of creatures. So it's a huge gathering. And the Leonids or Lenids or whatever is the meteor shower. Maybe he's right, and all the creatures outside start to appear after the aerial dance of these Mothmen? Oh yeah, they did dance in the last episode. Yeah. So it's The Mothmen gathered because of the Leonids' meteor shower, and they did some funky freaking dance that was weirder than being on acid, apparently, and summoned a bunch of their furry friends. And I use that term widely. Why Mothmen check on your grandma? I like the decision sometimes. I'm gonna check on my grandma. Grandma, better.
What are those shrieks, love? Do I have to go out with my rifle again?
It's painful to see how confused she is. 1 second. You turn on the radio. Static. Left. 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 No matter which way you turn it, all you hear is static. Left. No matter which way you turn it, you just keep turning it. Left, left, left. There's no other direction. It's every time, every way we turn it. It's all left. There's nothing left. Ha! Hey, you never sung out of Moose. Wait, what? I was trying to transition into, like, the narration, but Moose? Oh, the bar. The bar. Moose. Not even on those nights where everyone egged you on, the booze in your system had drowned your inhibitions. Almost without realizing it, you start singing the lullaby Elsie used to sing to make you sleep. Your wife? Although more than 40 years have passed, the words come to your mind one after another. It's probably your mother. You close your eyes and caress her hair, singing all the time. As soon as you feel the rhythmic breathing of your grandmother, you get up. Look at that artwork. That is some game cover artwork. What happened to the boyfriend after he was abducted by aliens or whatever the heck? Like, he's just gone. Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil. Lay. I had to try to remember. Victoria tries to hug Lee until he babbles something you don't understand. At no time does he look up. Where the hell have you been? Victoria! I thought... But he's here. Give him some space. Thank you. So, Victoria, you thought that dance was something higher than acid. He saw something higher than acid, higher than that, higher than your Mothman dancing. Something that gave him such an aneurysm that he's still recovering. Gave me an aneurysm. I thought I got lost in the forest. Babe, take it easy. Victoria grabs his arm and Lee tries to smile. I thought I heard the sound of a river. I love how, like, while Victoria and Lee are very straightforward with the others, they're so two-faced to themselves. They go out and they talk, just get angry. They have such okay, not two-faced. Let's put it like this. They're very suppressed with their anger towards each other, and it's a very unhealthy relationship, and it's worse because she's pregnant. So it's like, and he doesn't even know. So it's like, it's so toxic, and I feel so bad for them because it's an actual thing that, like, this dynamic still happens to this day. And I know they're trying to give like a 1966 feel, but like, it sucks. It just does. And if anyone can relate to it, I'm sorry. Not sorry that. I'm not like, pity for you. I mean, like, just sorry that you had or have to go through that. It's a sucky experience. And I felt someone was looking at me. After walking for a while, the noise was deafening. But there was no river. Only water. It was like the sky is the word. I forgot the word for sky. I'm losing it. It's like the sky was crying. I can't even joke. Once I lose a joke, it kind of falls out of momentum for me, so it always just trickles out because I want to finish the joke, but at the same time, it's just Lee starts to cry. Manly tears. Victoria tries to calm him down. Remember, it's a macho cry. As soon as he regains his composure, Lee keeps talking. Then came the white. Everywhere, white. I don't know how to explain it. It was as if I could see everything and nothing at the same time. Whoa, man. I took a lot of mushrooms out there. And a goat looked up at the sky to watch the shooting stars. Stood on two legs, like this, you know? Just like us. At this point, I don't think they're not gonna believe you. The hell's going on?
I think the time has come.
I think that voice is also perfect for this kind of face. Like the nerd being super cool all of a sudden, especially that the game that's like shadowed stoic face.
Let me tell you a few things.
Lou clears his throat and begins to speak. Although you can't stand his tics or his false dramatics, you want to know what's going on.
The Leonids occur every 33 years. Some are intense of those in 1833, or the ones in 1866. Those were weak. 1899, for example, weak sauce, I tell you. And those are the ones we have records of. You know, like old CDs. Not the files. No, we actually recorded them on the records and now we just have sounds of meteor showers.
You notice that Victoria grabs Lee's hand. Lou walks over to the window and points to the sky.
This year, they're intense again. Intense as heck.
1866, 1966. Why a 100-year difference and not 99? What? I get what you mean. It's like, what does the numerical difference make with the intensity of things? But like, just don't phrase it like that. That's just so cheesy. But then again, cheesy lines in this game is what makes it amazing. One more step amazing.
That one-year discrepancy bothers me too. And I think it has something to do with the problems of our calendar and the periodic adjustments that we are forced to make. They force us to make it. Every single time they're like, no more Mondays. We're like, no, my Mondays. But jokes on them, our Tuesdays become Mondays. And that's why Garfield was never correct.
Lou, what are you talking about? Shut up.
Tell me. Have you ever seen a medieval manuscript?
I have not, no. No one answers. Just as you're about to open your mouth, Lou continues.
No talking. They're usually adorned with warrior rabbits standing on two legs.
Usagi Yojimbo! Samurai rabbit? All medieval calendars. Did you know that Miyamoto Usagi, the samurai rabbit, used to be on medieval calendars? Now you do. They're just making up a bunch of random crap. Did you know that the Power Rangers came from the Mayans, dressing up in paint and kicking the butt of criminals? Lou, what are you on? Lou, go sit down. Stop trying to spurt this stuff. Sit down, Lou.
Do you think these rabbits came from the imagination of medieval scribes alone?
Lou, just go sit down. Go sit down, Lou. You're having a bad trip.
Those rabbits existed.
And he's not... I know that was all just a joke, but he's not helping us. My case. His case. A case. The case. Suitcase.
And they were annihilated by man. Each meteor shower spawns new bipeds. And it was one of those storms that mankind arose. What makes us different from all of them is that we survived by destroying any other biped that came along. The second we turned into bipeds, from ape to man, we started eating all the others. We saw a fish standing on two legs. Nope. Nom, nom, nom. No more. Or by reducing them to the realm of gossip or fiction.
Outside, the creatures began to fight. Why? What motivates them? I don't know. Pure carnage? What about Lou? Should you believe everything he says? What? Okay. After all, Lou is a writer. And exactly, that point. Lou is doing this to enforce what makes most sense to him. It's the same thing as historians, how we fill in the gaps based on the facts. That is what Lou is doing. That's half the time, that's why you always got to take history, especially with a grain of salt. Because not everything taught to you. That's why we have religion. That's why we have evolution. That's why we have all these differences in our society. Because everything is taken based on our found facts in the way we want to interpret them. So it's like, I like the way Lou is doing it, but I don't know, unless he has some definitive proof that all of this is part of the fact and he's not just filling in the gaps of fact with filling in the gaps of facts, then I'm not gonna buy that explanation in particular. Your grandma's cough sounds like the noise of a tractor's engine refusing to start. Grandma!
You have to kill them all!
What? Grandma, stop. The voice from which she speaks seemed to come from much further back from her throat. Grandma, have you been deep-throating the devil again?
We had a secret weapon, and we would use it to finish off the uprice beats, yo! The upright beasts!
Uprice, as in like, no, it's not a word. I was trying to Urban Dictionary it, make up a random definition, but, I'm not that intelligent. Or intelligent.
But they decided to test it in the war!
Elsie, what are you talking about?
I wanted to take the Winnians from the battlefield, and they...
We have one. He's making one in the garage. Coincidence. Your grandma crosses her legs.
I just want to finish the mission. Huh?
I don't have the strength to keep doing her old grandma voice. I'm just doing it as best I can now. Victoria and Lee look at each other. Lou walks up to you and tells you almost in a whisper, I bet the moles on your grandma's legs correspond exactly to her grandpa's wounds. Oh, that's Lou.
Grandpa's wounds!
Did you ever tell Lou about your grandma's legs? You're confused, and Lou seems to notice.
Is that just free beers at the Moose Holt? People tell me things.
Lou speaks softly, but his words resonate loudly in your head. I thought I said resemble for a sec. But it does not. It does not say resemble. It says resonate. My reading is deteriorating. I am soon devolving to smooth brain. The moles on your grandmother's legs? Her grandfather's legs riddled by bullets in the Civil War? Could it be that Elsie's grandfather was talking to you through your grandmother's body? What? The Winnians. The Winnians! A project that obsessed you for a long time, and now you think you know why. You decided not to think of it too much about Elsie, your grandfather, the moles, and the man in black. The men in black? You're terrified that behind all these decisions, something more than your own free will was at work. So the government knows about this project. And so the thing I like about this is that it's not just a bunch of gaps in the plot that they're just addressing and never coming back to. It all kind of links together based on like common sense. Because if you think about it, of course the government's going to have an eye on this if this has been happening for a long time. So the men in black are involved in that, whether they're supernatural themselves or not, because they kind of vanished. And then like, if this, even though it's very strange way of doing supernatural things, if the legs correspond to her your grandfather trying to speak through your grandmother and influence you to be obsessed with the Winnians, then it all comes together in that sense, like why you're obsessed with medieval stuff. So again, it's all coming together and I love it. There's not really plot holes, because if you just think with common sense, it makes sense. And it's not even just filling in the gaps with what makes sense. It's literally looking back on just common sense. It's just common sense. That's it. Blah, blah, blah. The Winnians! The Winnians! The Winnians! The Winnians!
The Winnians!
Winnians!
Quick, let's get her out!
No, it's still not working.
What do you mean it's not working?
It's some kind of safety mechanism. I still haven't been able to assemble it successfully.
What do you mean?
Here, see. Oh, I thought wasn't it a gun? No, he has a gun, but
The L's. It's like for Lou.
You can live with curiosity.
On the blueprints here. Those L's are the rubric of a...
One sec. Some gas in my throat. But not like a burp. It was like that one where you just had the recoil.
Those L's are the rubric of a secret society founded in the middle of the last century.
It's not so secret if you know about it, is it? Lou doesn't answer you. That's a very high debate. Because technically we know about a lot of secret societies. And technically a lot of them have been proven indirectly. But we haven't, like, outwardly proven them. Because people still, like, degrade them down. It's like the Illuminati. Technically the Illuminati exists. And we do have photographic evidence of, like, certain things. But we can't prove that it's 100%, oh, that was the Illuminati. And prove, like, certain things. It's like, I'll just kind of trust the word of mouth. And some documents and stuff like that that we don't know if are 100% true. So, it's weird.
Why the L? Some say it's because of the way the knight moves on the chessboard. Others say it's because of Lewis Carroll.
The author of Alice in Wonderland.
Exactly.
I'm gonna interrupt. I really don't care. Thanks for the lesson, Professor. Victoria frowns. You wonder if you went too far with the sarcasm. There's a horde of monsters outside. And if we don't hurry, they're gonna end up entering the station. Lou raises his hand and moves aside. He took a deep breath. Shouldn't be that hard to find the right configuration. Okay, so I arranged them all so that they're all linked up in a certain way. However, the one thing that's not really even shown, like this doesn't really make any sense compared to this because they're all just L's, is like, is this supposed to be on bottom? Is this supposed to be on left? But I just did it so that they're all showing up fine. So this might not work because I can also rotate them, majority of them, just one to the right or one to the left. So let's see if this works. The mechanism locks in place with a click. So I solved it! Hey! It really wasn't that hard. It's just you gotta keep rotating them. And I did the first one that, like, where these lined up over here as well as down here when I would rotate the others. Because if you rotated this into this, it wouldn't line up. Although outside the creature's shouts are getting louder, can't help but feel a certain happiness. So I think if I tried it and failed, it would just fail, right? If I got an achievement. The Whittians is finally complete.
Now, everyone, out!
What is happening? Elsie stands next to the Winniams holding a rifle. Lee, Lou, and Victoria stand back a little. You crack your knuckles and take a deep breath. Let's get some ASMR. If you don't like this, you might want to take a sec. As an old man, you got a raspy throat. Okay, we're done. It's all good. I couldn't crack my left hand, but I could definitely crack that right hand. At the helm of the Winnians, steam-powered machine gun... At the helm of the Winnians, you forgot the apostrophe, how dare you? Steam-powered machine gun, you feel something strange. It's like, I don't know. I know it's like, that's just kind of grammar police, but when I see an apostrophe, it actually just triggers something in my brain, and I immediately know how to pronounce it. And I think that's just because of how ingrained I am with it. You find it hard to put into words. It's as if somehow the present has given way to the past. Okay, so I'm supposed to shoot the guys down. If they get too close, I can use grandma.
Rabbit men! They are weak. Cannon fodder in the war against the upright beasts.
Okay, but they can jump far. He has 3 steps, he has 2 steps. Left. Fire. Center. Fire. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to the right. Fire. She is my contingency. She will save me in the last thing. Left. Fire. Okay. I don't know if it matters that it uses up the entirety of the thing. Because as long as they just move one space, we're fine. But oh, beans. Beware of the dogmen! Behind the rabbit men. The dogmen are more resistant than the rabbit men. And if you hurt them without killing them, they get mad! Oh. Well, that's scary, but I have to get rid of them. Oh, no. Wait, it just... Oh. It's the timing. Hit this bullet! I'm here to cover you, but don't get too confident. I can kill one upright beast, and then I need to reload. Oh. Oh, so they just come straight for me if I hit them without killing them. Oh, this is... Hey! Where are you going? Oh, no. She has her bullet. Okay, good. So, let's think this through. Okay. We're going to try this. It takes them a step to get closer. So we need to get rid of one of the dog people first. And it will take her a step to reload. I don't know if the dog people move, and that's the annoying thing. Die! Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, no, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I'm thinking a lot about this, but I might as well just try. Die! Yes! Because, okay, so here's what would have happened. If I decided to just do that, I would have gotten rid of that. The guy would have rushed me. And then she would have used up her bullet, and then the bunny would have come at me without any bullets. That's the thing. The two men and the woman gone, deserters. Send Ellie to look for the rest. No, we can't. She needs to help me. Because that dog's gonna rush the heck out of me. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Elsie, go. Shake your head from one side to the other. You're gonna lose the first to leave and the helplessness eats you up inside. Go look for them. But what? We're gonna fight here. We fall together. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wouldn't have won that. I wouldn't have won that. If we get back, we had some kind of deer thing that we never discussed. A dog to my right and a dog in front of me. Because if I shot the ones on the right, the dog would have come after me, and I didn't even know what happened. If I shot the deer and it didn't die and it could just rush me, I'd be done. I have no idea what could have happened. And I think I'd prefer to go get people than be done. But that's it. We're going to end the episode there. That was a lot longer than I thought it would be. But it was very eventful. It was interesting. I mean, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot more eventful. A little less jarring than the last episode, though. So, I'll see you in the next one. I really don't have anything else to say. Bye. Have a great day.